Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to another Game According to Me podcast. A couple of days ago, I put out the quarterback rankings. Now, here we are. These are my running back rankings of the year. This one is a little bit harder because we're talking about um, running backs, and in some areas, they're doing running back by committee, and we're not necessarily don't know who necessarily the starter is. Um, you get maybe the projected starter of some places. Um, so I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go through and just give you my picks of 1 through 32, and just I probably talk about some I know, big knows, some I don't know. So here we got it. We're gonna start off with number one. That's Jonathan Taylor, the running back out of Indiana. Indianapolis. He had a great season last season. He should, redo that today, especially now that you have Mike Ryan here, who maybe could, you know, threaten the defense down the field, and could open up some even more holes for Jonathan Taylor in that great offensive line. I have Derrick Henry number two. I think Derrick Henry is going to come back and he's going to go hell for broke. I think that they're gonna do what they did last year. When he got injured, he had already had 1,000 yards. He's on his way to another 2,000 yard season before he get injured. So we'll see if he can step up his game and come back and continue on his rate. But Derrick Henry's number two. Nick Chubb is number three. We know there's a two-back system there. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt wanted a trade. Cleveland's not going to give it to him. So, but Nick Chubb is going to be the starter. He's going to be the bell cow, and I think there, especially with not having Deshaun Watson, I think you could probably see the 2,000 yard runners back there for Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. But Nick Chubb, he says he's a starter. He's number three. Dalvin Cook of Minnesota is four. I think even though they have a new system in there in the Rams system, and I think they're going to have a great time. They're going to be more efficient passing the ball. They're going to have Kirk Cousins take more risks. I still think they're going to give the ball to Dalvin Cook, Dalvin Cook, very much longer you know than they have before. So I think he's a good running back in this league, one of the top five, and he's number four. Number five is Christian McCaffrey. Now, I believe when healthy, Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in the league because for what he does, running and receiving. He has not been healthy the last couple of years. If he stays healthy, he could be a major help to Baker Mayfield and that Carolina offense. But he needs to stay healthy. We'll see if he can do that. But right now, in my take, Christian McCaffrey is number five. Number six, Alvin Kamara down in New Orleans. Apparently, there was something that he may not be suspended for his off the field incidents this season. So, like, he might play all the entire seasons. And with James Winston there, he's going to be a big part of it, and he needs to be a big part of it. Um, so I have Alvin Kamara six, Joe Mixon of the Cincinnati Bengals seven. They've got so many weapons there, and with Joe Burrow being able to threaten the defense down the field with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and the other one I can never remember. Can never remember his name. But with those guys there, was it Tyler Boyd? Tyler Boyd. Um, with them threatening down the field, I think Joe Mixon's gonna have a big room to run, and he's gonna be a big part of the offense, both rushing and receiving as well. Ezekiel Elliott is eight. I think this could be a big year for Ezekiel because I think they're going to continue to um, do the two-back system, and I think with some injuries in the wide receiver position, they're going to go back to running the football. So I think this is Ezekiel Elliott's time to continue to go back to the old Zeke and feed him and everything like that. So we will see what happens with Ezekiel Elliott. Josh Jacobs for the Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, excuse me, is 9. Again, I think we have another place where a running back is surrounded with some other good weapons. In the receiving game, Javonte Adams, excuse me, Darren Waller at tight end, and Hunter Renfrow coming out of the slot. I think that Josh Jacobs, he'll get a lot of the ball as well, and he'll be a good spot up, a good change up for Derek Carr in his fastball in the passing game. Number 10 is Saquon Barkley. You're talking about someone who's hasn't been the same. He's got injured. Hopefully Saquon Barkley can get back to being himself and get back to being one of the best, in the game. I think we talked in my quarterback range. I talked about Daniel Jones having just being Daniel Jones. So this is also Saquon's spot as well. I think Saquon, if he can get back, I think he'll get a big contract that he deserves. But if you can't get back to where he was before the injury, I think then he'll be one of the guys that's sharing time somewhere, if not in New York, in another place. So yeah, I think this is big for Saquon and Barkley. Number 11, Austin Eckler, out in the Chargers. Once again, another running back, dual threat, running and receiving, and also can have some great, some part of a great weapons core. So I think he's out there. He's a good one as well. Number 12, Aaron Jones in Green Bay. Great running back. He shares time with AJ Dillon, Quadzilla, as I like to call him. And this is not a like thunder lightning situation. This is a thunder and more thunder situation. Because I think Aaron Jones is a load, even though he has the speed to break away, which I think that's always fun to break away from defenders. But I think he's considered to be more of a type of power back, I would say. And AJ Dillon is definitely a power back. So I think he has some spots in the time as well. Number 13 is Najee Harris. I think we're going to see Pittsburgh Steelers use him early and often. He's going to be a bell cow for them. And even though they picked up some players in the passing game, we don't know necessarily about the quarterback, even with the rookie who has looked good, Kenny Pickett, and of course Mitchell Trubisky. We just don't know about their passing game, so I think they're going to really focus on running the football. That's what Pittsburgh Steelers want to do. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers, because they had Ben Roethlisberger, passed because they wanted to. But I think what they want to do is they old school. They want to run the football and play good defense, and I think they'll do that this year with Najee Harris. 14 is James Conner. He signed with the Arizona Cardinals. Um, they are that spread offense, and but they do run the ball, and you got to give them credit for that. Because I think one of the things Cliff Kingsbury did coming to the NFL that he didn't do in the college football game was run the football. Listen, you passed 62 times, you completed 75% of your passes, and you put up points. You didn't have to run the football. You ran the football when in the 4 minute thing. There's not time you only ran the football. So, but in NFL, you have to even if you do that spread offense, you have to run the football, and you did it last year with James Conner. James Conner was very effective. Went to the Pro Bowl, I believe. Uh, Number 15 is David Montgomery, my Chicago Bears. I understand that I think David Montgomery is a good running back. I think he is very talented, but he is not special. The 80-yard run he had a couple years ago against Houston, Texas, was a fluke. He cannot run away from anybody. He just can't. They got rid of Jesus Christ, can't remember the name, but they get rid of somebody. They get rid of the court running back before David Montgomery. I can't really believe because maybe he was too slow and he couldn't catch the ball. And they get David Montgomery who can catch the ball, but he's just as slow. And there's been reports that he went to speed camp to try to get faster. I don't know. We will see this year, but I have no doubts in my mind that he is not anything worthy of. I don't want the Bears giving him a contract extension. I just don't. He's in his 4th year. Let him after this, let him go and just try to draft somebody. Draft somebody else. Draft somebody with some speed, some extra speed who can run away from somebody. Be an effective, can be an effective weapon for the Bears. But oh no, he is a good good running back. So give him that. That's why he's 15th. Antonio Gibson is 16th. He's in Washington. He can do it all. He can catch it. He can run it. He'll be a very effective weapon, I think, for Carson Wentz in the passing game and running the football. I think he may do some damage there as well. That's why he is 16th. 17th is Leonard Fournette. This is a big one. We don't know. I think you know with the offensive line being in flux down in Tampa, and we just not knowing what Tom Brady is going through right now and where his head's going to be at or anything like that. I think Fournette may be a he may be a all-purpose back. Um, I believe Ronald Jones went to Kansas City, so he's going to be part of that backfield there. So he, I think they have some people down there to back up Leonard Fournette, but he may be, a three-down back. So Leonard Fournette is 17. 18 is Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams out of Denver. He is, he's gonna split time with Melvin Gordon Jr. as well. But I think Javonte will be the starter, and he's gonna be need to be, a difference maker, for Russell Wilson. I think him and Melvin Gordon combined can be that difference maker for Russell Wilson. Miles Sanders out of Philadelphia is 19. I think he will be again. There's another place that is going to do big backs by committee, and that's what we are getting out of here. Getting down to now the backs by committee. Number 20 is James Robinson / Travis Etienne Jr. They're going to share time, but I would think Travis Etienne Jr. has the speed to run away from people, and he has the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. I would hope by the end of this year, Travis Etienne Jr. is the starter for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Missed all of last season with a foot injury. In 21, up in Detroit, DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams. Again, don't know necessarily who was going to be the starter, but again, just like we said with Jacksonville, DeAndre Swift is the faster guy. He has breakaway speed. He should. If you watch Hard Knocks, they even talk about it. He should be one of the top backs in this league. This is his year, I think, to prove that he needs to, and he needs to start showing that. 22, Damian Harris from the New England Patriots. He's out there. They're going to go running back by committee, something like that. 23, Elijah Mitchell from San Francisco, again running back by committee. 24, Devin Singletary. Him and Zach Moss are going to split time up in Buffalo, and and they also drafted Dalvin Cook's brother James Cook, so that's going to be a three-headed monster there. J.K. Dobbins from Baltimore is 25. He was injured last year. He's coming back. They're going to go running back by committee as well. 26, Cam Akers, the running back out of the Rams. He's coming back off of injury as well. So we'll see. He probably I think he's going to be the starter. But I think they're going to bring people in and out as well. He's not going to be like a bell cow, and they're probably going to focus most on the passing game as well. That's what the Rams do. 27, Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of Kansas City. He'll be the starter, but they got Jared McKinnon there. They've got Ronald Jones there from Tampa Bay. And they have some few other guys as well. I think this is, and I think they're going to be focused more on the run than they have in the past, but this is still Patrick Mahomes' team, and they're going to live and die by the passing game. 28, Cordero Patterson. Now, I had wonders if maybe I should have put him higher. But I think someone he's not a really true running back. He can run the football, which is amazing, but I don't think he's not someone that you give him the ball 20 25 times a game. He's not. You give him 10 to 12 rushes, and then you let him catch 6 7 balls, out of the backfield, out of the slot or whatever, and that's how you give him his touches. And I think they're going to do that with him and use him, and that's the way you most use Cordero Patterson effectively. Marlon Mack is 29. Michael Carter of the Jets is 30. Chase Edmonds and Miami is 31, and that's really and he's going to be a starter. But I really hope that Raheem Mostert can stay healthy, because when he is healthy, he is fast and he's beautiful running the football. And I think if he stays healthy, he by the end of the year should be the full-on foot-on back for this. He should be getting 20 carries a game, and running the ball for Miami Dolphins by the end of the season. And Rashad Penny out of Seattle is 30. Now, they have Kenneth Walker Jr. there. I would like to see Kenneth Walker by the end of the year take that starting job from Rashad Penny, but I think they're going to start with Rashad Penny. Chris Carson, the longtime Seattle Seahawk, had to retire. Seahawks did right by him, gave him an injury settlement so he would get paid. So there you have it. Those are the top 32 running backs, my rankings for the National Football League. Again, to quickly go back over them: Jonathan Taylor 1, Derrick Henry 2, Nick Chubb 3, Dalvin Cook 4, Christian McCaffrey 5, Alvin Kamara 6, Joe Mixon 7, Ezekiel Elliott 8, Justin Jacobs 9, Saquon Barkley 10, Austin Eckler 11, Aaron Jones 12, Najee Harris 13, James Conner 14, David Montgomery 15, Antonio Gibson 16, and Leonard Fournette 17, Javonte Williams 18, Mike Sanders 19, James Robinson / Travis Etienne Jr. 20, DeAndre Swift / Jamal Williams 21, Damian Harris 22, Elijah Mitchell 23, Devin Singletary 24, J.K. Dobbins 25, Cam Akers 26, Clyde Edwards-Helaire 27, Cordero Patterson 28, Marlon Mack 29, Michael Carter 30, Chase Edmonds 31, and Rashad Penny 32. So yeah, there you have it. My running back rankings. Coming up this Wednesday, it is the receiving core. We're going to talk about my rankings of the receiving core of the NFL, 1 to 32. And so make sure you are here for that, whether it be on YouTube or whether it be on wherever you listen to the podcast. All right, y'all, that is going to be it for this episode of The Game According to Me. If you're on YouTube, please post any comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Podcast listeners, thank you guys for listening so much. I appreciate it. It's your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.